eytsh with another and most probably my last Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath video commentary. This time on the map Tournament Rift, and this time versus my buddy Aggr3ss1vePanda. He's playing Zocom, I'm playing Blackhand. I think he picked it, I think I chose random. Trying to go, I'm gonna tell you before, full flame rush. Very important to send some anti-scouting units so your opponent cannot see what you're doing. As you heard in the beginning, I told you this is gonna be most probably my last VOD on Command & Conquer. Reason being, the community is way too good. I consider myself being a mid player, but being a mid player, it's not possible to compete with those guys who still play Command & Conquer. As you most probably remember, service got closed down, and the gamespy service got closed down. And the service got replaced by the Revora service, and you had to transit your account to there. You had to sign up and stuff, and due to that process, only players who used to play it, only players that are really good, stayed in the community, and the level increased so much that it's so hard to get a game that you are able to compete with. And at least I cannot really compete. I think in the last, in the last 40 games, I won like 4 or something. And that's a bit, disappointing. I consider myself not being a bad player, but it's simply not enough. Just going a little bit back to the game, gonna continue talking about it later on. He's sending in a scout. At the same time, I am arriving, as you can see here, at my flame tank, and the worst thing that can happen to you is the rush, especially flame rush, gets scouted, because if you micro it well enough, you can take down the flame tank with the pitbull. That's why I sell off the command post down here. Trying to keep that thing safe. He's hunting it, he's trying to kite it, and you can closely do it. So I have to retreat to the war factory and stuff. Trying to use it later on, you're gonna see that. You can see I have a scout here. You can see that I'm going into his base, just shooting at power plant, dropping his APM a little bit, and we are still going in circles here. The pitbull is coming back in, the flame tank has to go for repairs. He's simply harassing me, doing the very same thing at the same time. I'm trying to come to my second refinery, and this time I think I get the pitbull. Yeah, I do, and I have to pay attention that I find a good route for this flame tank, simply to come into his base and cause damage, because Aggr3ss1vePanda, he simply knows that I'm there. In the meantime, he has 4 harvesters, and the second pitbull comes out, especially because he knows there's a flame tank somewhere, and I have to find a good route. Right now I'm going south, and I see, well, there is, no, I think I see the pitbull at a certain time. There, the pitbull is going down. I see that here. So I decide to abort this path and go back up north, and it takes some time to find a good way for that flame tank. During this time, while I build up my economy, you can see I'm only on 4 harvesters right now. I think he must be on 5 at the meantime. Yeah, he is. In this meantime, while not so much is going on, let me tell you about another idea, a new project. I talked about it in the last 2 VODs, I think, 3 VODs. There is a new game coming up. It's from the Command & Conquer makers from the past. It's called Grey Goo, an old school RTS game. I'm not sure how many people are gonna play it, but there's a good chance that it's gonna be a nice game played by enough people that everybody can find the game on his or her level of gameplay. So I hope that this is a chance to get some nice games and not being smashed in every single game that you try to do. So as you can see, I'm sending the flame tank up to the north, sending it down, not sure where to go. The pitbull is in the center of the map, desperately seeking for that flame tank, but wasn't successful yet. I'm still going to that corner. I don't want to go through here. It's the only thing that I rely on right now. I have a scout in the very north, just checking this pathway. It has to be completely clear for the flame tank to pass through. But as you can see, Aggr3ss1vePanda did not harass me so far. 1, 2, 3, 5 harvesters up here, and already 4 harvesters down here. And checking my economy, it's just a second harvester down here, while 5 harvesters are up here. So in terms of economy, I'm not doing so bad. I feel fine with that. As you can see, I took down a power plant in the meantime, but his economy is simply superior. But now I saw that there is no defense in the northern route, so that's a good chance for me to send the flame tank in. Sending a few scorpions as well, just to cause some trouble, just to pull all the units that he got. It's just 2 predators to the east, because I want to attack from the north with the flame tank, and he doesn't see that. This attack works out quite well, taking down another power plant, and he has to react here. Of course, his force is overwhelming for those scorpions, but I don't care, because I simply want to buy some time and send this flame tank down. Even the new units go to this attack, and they goes to the south, which is good, because the flame tank is coming in from the north and going for this refinery, and hopefully going for the war factory later on as well. And this is good, it works out. The flame tank paid out for itself. Well, as you can see here, the primary field is dry, and if the field is dry, it doesn't cause that much damage. Most probably you sold it off anyway, so I caused damage worth 1,500k, and the war factory goes down as well, so this flame tank paid off. Problem being, he has a small army on the battleground. I do not. I have a few scorpions producing from 2 war factories. My main is dry as well, but simply compare his primary expansion. This field is halfway done. This field is just, I don't know, 1/5 done or something, indicating that I harvest slower. So the loss of this refinery does not mean much. He could simply, I think he could transfer at least one, no, he needs to transfer like 2 harvesters to the southern field, or he could try to leech. None of us did. I'm trying to go in with a few scorpions, giving a decoy army. If you ever wonder about what a decoy army does, it simply duplicates tanks. They barely don't do any damage, but they absorb shots. And you can also use them as scouts. And this is something that always happens to me. In the meantime, he simply went for air and he did a good transition, and I have nothing to defend versus that, because I simply did not scout it. And that is a thing that you need to do all the time. Scout, 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 because the forest is large enough, and he has AP ammo to take down my base defenses, to take down my army. If I was him, I would simply go straight through to my base and take down the power and take down my ability to build AA base defenses. And this is what he does now. That's the way that I have so many times to lose. As you can see, I tried to go for anti-air units. Did not work out. He's taking down my primary. That is not so bad. I tried to go for anti-air, in the meantime retreating my tanks. This structure is so important because it gives you the ability, the operation center gives you the ability to go for anti-air and then get an anti-air turret up. But those are too many units. He can simply overwhelm me. He is focusing down right now the turrets. Nothing is shooting at him at the same time, shooting down the command post. I cannot go for any more AA turrets. He's taking down the power right away. I'm low on power, nothing is defending. And at this stage of the game, there's absolutely no chance to get a win. There is no power for the AA turrets. There is no way to build new AA turrets or to go for anti-air units for Black Hand. So I give the game up. And yeah, this is like a typical game for me. I was really I felt okay with my game. I played the flame tank well. I got a first scout off. My economy was okay. I think it's good for a mid player, but it's like in many other games, it's simply not enough to compete the community that you find recently in Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath, and that's honestly a bit disappointing. What the reason for me is to close down this channel, but hopefully many of you will follow me on the second channel that I will open for Grey Goo. Gonna do that in the next days. We'll give a few YouTube videos that are currently online about the fractions that are ready. The game, by the way, is going to be published on the 23rd of January, and hopefully you're going to follow me there. Hopefully I'm going to see you in those games. Cheers guys, I'm out.